Deal. Deal. Anyway, it is Tsukihime on the Tsukihime box. The new Tsukihime box in stores near you. It was years and years ago. I came here after having shut myself up in my room for so long. Probably after I had become friends with one of the servant girls and was coming out to play at last. It was about Akia. Sorry, Nissan. In the empty courtyard, Akia suddenly started to cry. Even when I asked what she was apologizing for, she just kept apologizing. Because we stole everything from you, Nissan. The reason why Aki was crying is something that has already ended for me in the past. It would be sad to say I didn't hold a grudge, but a 6-year-old girl can't feel responsible for that, and it can't be something she would apologize so desperately for. You mean for killing my parents? That was more your father who did that, not really you. And it can't be something that she would apologize for so desperately. In the first place, she didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry, Nissan. Why didn't I notice? From the very first time I met Akia, she was always apologizing to me. In the big mansion, the one who cried for me. Thank you. But that's enough. Smiling, I stroked Akia's head. Akia looked up at me, bewildered. Then for the first time I felt strongly. You don't have to cry, Akia. From now on, we're brother and sister. I remember Akia's face, laughing happily. I made a promise then. We would be a real family. Since I was the eldest brother, I would protect Akia, whatever happened. Such thoughts. At a time when I held on to those thoughts as if I was dreaming. Ah, okay. Ing, ing. I wake to the morning light. Okay. Knowing for sure that I am not the killer, I had no dreams of murder last night. But there was something. I feel like I had a nostalgic dream. When Aki and I were still young, a dream from before, we knew what we were to each other. Excuse me, it is time to get up, Shiki-san. Sama. Yeah, morning, Kisu. You're early, again this morning. Kisu bows and enters. As always, she places down a fresh, school uniform and bids me good morning. Okay. Shiki-sama, what time did you return last night? Akia-sama was waiting in the sitting room. Yeah, I was tired yesterday, so I knew Akia was waiting in the sitting room, but I went straight to my room. Entering, I feel depressed from self-loathing. Last night, after parting with Seal-senpai, I returned to the mansion and went straight to my room to escape Akia. Although I denied it to Senpai, I was afraid to ask Akia. I can't just ask Akia, are you a vampire, if the answer was the worst possible, I wouldn't know what to do. Thinking about that sort of thing, I can't face it and I can't talk to her. Hisu, is Akia already in the sitting room? Yes, she has been waiting for you for some time. I see. That's bad. Right now I have no confidence that I can talk with her as I usually do. I'm not sure I can manage even a simple casual greeting. Hisu, sorry, but could you stay with me today? Until I leave, I would like you by my side. Although her expression does not change, Hisu looks at me in shock. I understand. Then I shall accompany you until you leave, Shiki-sama. Bowing very happily, Hisu grants my request. In the sitting room, Kawaku-san is drinking tea with Akia. Morning, both of you. Somehow I greet them naturally. Hello, Akia. Maybe she's mad at me for going straight to my room. Akia glances only briefly at me, saying nothing. Good morning, Shiki-san. It's unusual to see you together with Hisu-chan. Yeah, I don't feel good today, so ask her to escort me. It would be dangerous if I felt giddy on the stairs. I see. Hisu-chan, you really are relied on. Of course, Hisu stands beside me silently. Well, I'll go and prepare breakfast. Please wait with Akia-sama. Kawaku-san goes into the kitchen. Akia says nothing. Feeling an unpleasant atmosphere, I sit down on the sofa. Uneasy silence rules the sitting room. Nissan, what is it, Akia? You said you're not feeling well. Are you feeling alright? No, it's nothing major. You don't need to worry about it. Really? Well, then that's good, but Akia looks away uneasily. There's something strange about Akia's attitude. It's obvious she cares about last night, but she's different from usual. Usually she would at least say, "Why didn't you tell me when you came home?" Instead she looked incredibly nervous. Akia? Nissan? The two of us speak simultaneously. Ah, yes. What is it, Nissan? No, what were you going to say? Nothing, I was just calling your name. I get even more confused. Akia-sama, Shiki-san, breakfast is ready. Kawaku-san's voice comes from the dining room. Well, shall we go, Akia? Yes, let's go, Nissan. Somehow, Akia seems awfully meek this morning. And now I hate myself even more. Before, I was thinking how difficult it would be to see Akia. Yet I'm thinking if she is, this subdued, I want to talk with her more. Well then, Shiki-sama, Aki-sama, have a good day. Following my instructions precisely, Hisu follows us to the main gates. Since today's Saturday, I'll be back a little early, but you don't need to wait here. Since I may go out to play for a bit, please wait in the mansion. Affirming her consent, Hisu bows and we leave the gates of the mansion behind. Now, the problem is the way from here to school. Akia follows silently next to me. Although part of me is glad of the silence, it still feels uncomfortable. We arrive at school. It is just past 7:30. Only a small number of students arrive at this time. Akia is still silent. It would be really awkward if we didn't exchange a word all morning. Hey, Akia. Yes, what is it, Nissan? What is it? You seem really odd this morning. You're not even angry about last night, and you seem really distant. Does it seem that way? Yeah, it does. Are you still feeling bad? If so, you should be resting. Suddenly I noticed. Akia took the day off school yesterday. Yesterday, Seo-senpai had, bandages on her arm, and, said she had a painful experience. Nissan, you don't really look well either. No, that's... I shake my head to throw off the unpleasant image. There's, something wrong. Since Akia suffers from the same, faculties as I do, there's nothing strange about her taking a day off school. I have to trust Akia, so I can't let my imagination run away with me like that. I'm fine. More importantly, what's wrong? Somehow you seem really feminine this morning. Not like yourself at all. You just said something really terrible, Nissan. Yes, that's a little more like it. I'll feel uneasy if you're not like this. Akia, well, being calm isn't that bad every once in a while. Oh? Am I always so rough? No, you're gentle, you're polite and very proper. That's strange in that case. Why? Why don't I think of her as being calm all the time? Well, it's okay. If you say there's nothing wrong with you, I won't ask anymore. Go on, come on, let's go inside. Looking like she wants to say something more, Akia follows me into the school building. Okay. See you later. Since, school finishes early today, we can have lunch at the mansion. Nissan? What is it? Do you feel bad after all? If so, I'll take you to the nurse. No, I feel fine. I don't feel bad at all. But there is a reason I just feel completely lost this morning. Lost? What do you mean? Nissan, do you remember that childhood promise? Suddenly Akia glances up at me with a flushed cheeks. Childhood promise? What's that? Jeez, of course you don't remember it. That's fine, it's nothing at all. I didn't expect you to anyway. It seems it didn't mean anything to you. With a Akia turns away. What's this all of a sudden? When we were children, that was 8 years ago. You say promise, but there's so many promises I made to you. Even if you ask me like that, I won't be able to remember. That's true, but aren't there some things you want others to remember? Last night I had a dream about when we were small, so I wondered if you would remember. Akia, you think I could remember everything just because you saw a dream from your childhood? But it was nostalgic. Don't you remember the first time you called my name and stroked my head under the tree? Back then I would cry easily, right? Everyone would try to calm me down when I cried, but you would be sad with me. So it caused me to cry more, but afterwards I really felt like there was nothing to be sad about anymore. From that time, Nissan, what's wrong? Do you feel ill? Akia, at that dream last night, is it the time when you were crying in the empty garden? Ah, yes. I don't remember it very well, but it felt like that kind of dream. Something cold runs down my back. That dream. I had that dream too. Sensei said I get pulled into the vampire's mind. Nissan? Are you sure you're alright? It's nothing. Oh well. I'm going this way, so bye. I part from Akia feeling sick. Well, I'm having a very interesting misunderstanding. Hmm. Why? Why is the result always the worst possible? Being drawn into the vampire's mind as I sleep. Last night, I didn't want to know I was dreaming the same dream as Akia instead of the killer's dream. There are only a few people in the classroom. I moved to my seat by the window and put down my bag. Sitting in my chair, I wait for homeroom to start. It seems like Akia had a different dream though. She had one about our promise. And we had one about this, and then she just asked if we remember the first time we met. And she said she doesn't remember it all too well. Oh, you're early, Tono. You look pretty pale this morning, you alright? Ariko, honestly, Akia, you all keep saying the same thing. Do I really look that bad? Nah, actually, you look much like you always do. I guess you just, look really down, huh? Down, huh? Certainly I feel down. If Senpai came and said, wasn't it like I said, I wouldn't be able to say anything back. Ariko, have you seen Senpai today? Sir? Which Senpai? Which? The only Senpai we both know is Seal Senpai, right? Who's that? Shiryu? Were there any foreign students at this school? My mouth falls in open astonishment. Ariko, my broken voice gets that far. But I can't get any further. What is it, Tono? If you got something to say, then say it. It's good that she's gone. I'll listen to anything except money problems. Ariko acts like usual. Acting like usual, he doesn't remember Senpai at all. You really don't remember Senpai? That's why I'm asking, who is the Senpai you keep talking about? I can't answer anymore. Gradually, I begin to understand the meaning of the goodbye she gave me last night. Oh, old Kuni Fuji's, I'll be back here any moment. See you later. Old what? Old Kuni Fuji. What? Ariko returns to his own desk. Is that like a reference to something? The teacher enters the classroom, homeroom begins, and after that, the first period starts with physics. I just observe vacantly. Senpai has really disappeared. She has not merely disappeared from before me, but she has vanished without a trace. The spell has easily faded. Looking somewhat sad, she said that. Ariko doesn't remember that. I remember her. I'm sure no one else remembers either. She was never a student here. She was just sent here in order to observe me. So once she revealed her true character to me, there was no need for her to remain here. My chest hurts. In a place of proving that I was not the killer, Steel Senpai disappeared like a mirage. Good. I hope she never comes back in the rest of this story. Hope she's not any of the routes anymore. Lunch comes and all classes end. Bum 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 bum. Seeking to enjoy Saturday to the fullest, my classmates rush out of the classroom. Okay. Oh, what is it, Tono? You're not going? Just staying a bit longer. I thought I would wait for someone. Hmm? Oh, that'd be, Akia-chan, huh? No way, if it were, Akia, I would go and pick her up. I'm waiting for someone who has no reason to come, so I don't know if I'll get to see her. Right, well, later. Yeah, and, don't go playing around too much at night. I'm done for it if you have to tell me that. Ariko goes, and the other students start to go as well. I am left alone in the classroom, still waiting for Seal-senpai. Hope she doesn't come. Click! The handle of the clock hits 1 p.m. As the sound of the practice begins to echo from the grounds, the classroom door slides open. Hello, Akia. It is Akia. She comes to my seat by the window. Nissan? You're not going home? No, I'll go. I just haven't seen Senpai today. I thought if I waited here, she might come by. No, that's wrong. I just want her to come by, but she's never going to appear before me again. Is that so? Well then, I'll wait with you. Akia sits at the desk next to me. I don't mind or anything. You really are noisy, aren't you? Yes. I'm your sister after all. Seeming a little happy, Akia sits on the chair with a smile. Well, there's no reason to send him away. But there was some pleasant when Akia and Senpai see each other. Senpai isn't coming anyways. I'm just wasting a day. It's afternoon. Akia doesn't complain and merely sits next to me. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've been with Akia for such a long time since I came back to the mansion. With that conversation, I'm more aware of Akia than ever. When we were small, Akia was always crying, and for 8 years Akia waited for me. And even now, Akia simply accompanies me calmly. When I was told that Akia might be a vampire, all I did was want to deny it. The reasons are obvious. Akia is my important younger sister, so I didn't want to accept it. The girl I promised to protect. The reason I returned to the Tono mansion. My surprise when I met Akia for the first time after 8 years now grown beautiful. Akia was important to me. I think I love her. But what kind of love is it? I can't put it into words clearly. We have lived as siblings for only 2 years. During that time, the feeling of wanting to protect her was stronger than the feeling of family. I don't understand. At times I gaze at Akia so much that I don't understand myself. It's not that she's important to me, but she's my younger sister. She's just important to me, so even if she's a vampire, Akia, shall we go back? I don't mind, but is that alright, Nissan? Senpai isn't here yet, is she? No, she was never going to come, so it's alright. Akia says nothing more. Suddenly I realize something. Ariko and the others, and even the teachers remember Senpai, but Akia seems to. Akia, what do you think of Senpai? I'm not sure who you mean by senpai, but I think you mean Seal-san? In that case, my opinion hasn't changed. I do not want you to associate with that person. What? My voice dies. Akia remembers senpai. Everyone else has forgotten about her, so why? Akia, you... Nissan? Oh, what is it? You have such a terrible expression right now. Why? Do you remember Akia? Everyone has forgotten senpai, so why do you remember her? Eh? Akia's expression freezes. And then she looks away from me. Akia? Could it be you knew from the beginning who Senpai was? She doesn't answer. The silence means yes. Akia, answer me. You knew Senpai was a vampire hunter from the beginning? Is that why you didn't like her? Vampire? Nissan? Akia looks at me aghast. Her face doesn't seem surprised, the word vampire, but it seems she's surprised to hear it coming from me. Akia, answer me. If you don't, I won't be able to believe you. Yes, Nissan. I knew from the beginning that person was different. Since I knew she was hypnotizing people she saw for the first time, I didn't trust her. Senpai was hypnotizing people? Yes. That's why everyone didn't think it was odd for someone to have a name like Seal. Since I was unaffected by her, I realized there was something different about her. Aki explains herself. But she left out an important part. If everyone was taken in by Senpai's hypnosis, why was Aki unaffected? When the hypnosis is removed, those affected by it will forget the person called Seal. Since I was never affected in the first place, even though it has been removed, I remember her. I get it. But Akia, why weren't you affected? Well, why wasn't I infected as well? That's another question. I see. Those of the Tono bloodline aren't normal. Because of that, Senpai's hypnosis was ineffective. Nissan, why do you... It's natural. After all, I'm not normal either. Saying that, I stand up. After a moment of astonishment, Akia also stands up with a determined expression. The empty classroom. We gaze at each other and the classroom dyed red. I heard from Senpai that all those in the Tona family have special powers, and that amongst them there are those who end up not being able to restrain themselves and kill others. But I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Please tell me, Akia, you're not a vampire, are you? Akia doesn't answer. She merely narrows her eyes painfully. Why? Why won't Akia even, if it's a lie, say of course not, say something? Why won't you answer, Akia? I cry out since the silence is painful. A little more silence follows. As if nothing was wrong, Akia walks gracefully to the window. Her long red hair is transparent in the sunset. Her red hair flutters as she turns around. What is this? I don't know. Well then, I'll ask. If I was a vampire, what would you do, Sneeze-san? Her look, like a blade, pierces my throat. That's... Akia's gaze drills into me. We're separated. Even though she's away from me, there is a feeling of tension, like she's right in front of my face. Answer me, Nissan. I asked if I were a blood-sucking demon, what would you do? Akia, that's... If I were to confirm that, there would be no need for me to hold back. Do you understand, Nissan? I could stop being, obstinate and become more honest with myself, right? With terrible presence and glint of a cruel enjoyment in her eyes, Akia gazes up at me. I shudder as I look at her. Even though Akia is looking up at me, the gaze is so cold that she seems to be looking down at me. What? I'm breathing in and I can't speak. Even though we're far apart, it feels like we're so close and we could kiss at any moment. Okay. Akia's eyes are cold, as those of a stranger. Akia, you... My voice stops there. Whatever happens, I cannot finish. Just a joke, Nissan. I don't drink people's blood. With a delightful smile, as at my hesitant state, Akia releases her bay-like gaze. It is just as Seal said. Some members of the Tona family have something different in their blood. However, that's something that can be told at a glance if it's awake. Even you know that, don't you, Nissan? Akia teases with a laugh. I know? Yes. So your question is meaningless. Because I am not what you think I am, Nissan. Well then, is that all? In that case, I'm going home. Akia's about to leave, but no. If I miss a chance, I feel like there'll be no other chances. Having come this far, I can't let her go without asking her anything. No, there's still something I want to ask. About the other child when we were children. You're really persistent, Nissan. Didn't I tell you there was no other child? That's not true. Our old man adopted a kid 10 years ago. Akia raises her eyebrows. It's not like her previous reaction. Hiding of guilt. It's more like anger. I see. Hisu has been troublesome. I told her to take care not to let you discover that. Akia sighs. Akia, there was a third child. Even I remember vaguely. Can't you tell me? Why did he die? No, that child did not die. Eh? But he was killed. By your hands, Nissan. I'm the one who died. Why say this to me? What? I killed? Saying that, dizziness assaults me. Yes, I killed. The accident 8 years ago. My younger self. In that courtyard. A hot nightmarish summer day. Akia and the boy covered in blood. The thick clouds and the echoing sounds of the cicadas. There, I killed him. I feel dizzy. Somehow I have the strength to keep from fainting. No, my breath comes out in gasps. I couldn't. See, Nissan? Doesn't everyone have secrets that they have to keep to themselves? Akia, you. So you should stop thinking about such things. It's enough if you just live at the mansion as Tonoshiki. Akia leaves. I have no words to stop her. What? Okay. Well, that's definitely one way to do it, but my character's also like dealing with a lot of guilt due to this, so that's probably not a really good thing to say, but okay. The classroom in the sunset, only I am left standing, unable to move. And it's like you want the guilt to crush me, so I give up. At night falls. Since I don't feel like returning to the mansion, I merely sit on the bench in the park thinking. Is it pointless? It's undeniable that Akia is something different, and it's clear that there was a third child who is now dead. Akia says I killed the third child, and I remember looking down at a bloody body in the courtyard. After Akia drinking Kawaku-san's blood, Akia saying the Tono family is inhuman, Senpai saying it would not be strange for the minds of siblings to merge while they sleep. So there's no longer any doubt. Even if I don't want to accept it, it's true. At least if I didn't see Akia drinking Kawaku-san's blood. Huh? Hang on. When I saw Akia and Kawaku-san, it was in my dream. I saw Akia and Kawaku-san in a dream. That means if I was merging with Akia's mind, I wouldn't be able to see Akia herself. Yeah, I know. Then the person seeing that dream, it couldn't have been Akia who was being watched. If Akia is a vampire, she would never see that. Yeah, there's no way Akia could be the killer. Saying that, I jump off the bench. Though I will be embarrassed later, I run around the park. I don't care about how people think. I just run around happily laughing, because this means I can protect Akia from now on. Just this once, I am happy that my mind merged with the vampires. If he hadn't seen Akia, I would still believe my terrible mistake. No, hold on. Watching Akia? The killer was watching Akia, inside the mansion, like watching its prey from a dark corner, as if he decided his next prey was Akia. What? My back freezes, but this is no time to stand around. Akia! Crying out, I run to the mansion with all my strength. Ah. Why? I didn't realize that one. Dude. Massive gap. Strange. Though it is only 7, the lights of the mansion are out. I gasp for air. I catch my breath from running, then run into the mansion. The mansion is as silent as a grave. It's terribly hot. For an autumn night, it's terribly hot. I keep panting heavily. My breathing is irregular, but not just because I've been running. It's a terribly tropical night. Sweat pours off me, dripping down my cheeks. I wipe it away. In this boiling night, I grasp the door of the mansion. I feel dizzy. A chill runs through my bones, as if my brain was being wrung out. This isn't my normal dizziness. My consciousness isn't blurred. Instead, it's sharpened, like a hounded blade. Honed blade. I grit my teeth. Without reason, hatred boils up. The dizziness does not fade, and despite a violent headache, my body fills with strength. Akia! There's no response to my cry. The mansion is completely without power. There's no sign of anyone. Hisukwaku-san! Is there anyone here? There's no reply. The only thing here is heat and silence, piercing into my skin like needles. Akia! Just an awful feeling. I can't think of anything else. Akia! Akia's room is... Okay, so... First floor is, the, thing over here. Mine's East Wing, and yours is West Wing? Why is this coming into play now? Ah, it has to be the West Wing on the second floor. I don't remember. If I say so myself, I've never felt so stupid before in my entire life. Is it the other way? The West Wing on the second floor has my room, the other being mostly empty. It's the same floor, but Aki's in the opposite direction of mine, in the East Wing. Ah, no, I got it wrong. I raced down the hallway. The heated air and sense of foreboding seems to stretch over the dark of night like glass. Breathing heavily, I dash down the hallway. My back hurts. The terrible feeling in the air gets heavier as I draw near Akia's room. I reach Akia's room. The dizziness is getting unbearably stronger. I put my hands in my pockets. I'm lucky as my knife is still there. I ignore my dizziness and with my knife in hand, I open the door. Darkness. The moonlight comes in from the window, barely shreds enough light to see. In the dark, blue darkness, I see Akia on the ground. Akia! I run up to her and hold her up. Akia does not move, so she might be unconscious, but I can tell she's alive, as her small chest rises and falls with her breathing. But there's something more strange. Akia's black hair is turned into a bloody shade of red. Akia, you're really Akia, right? Her hair looks red in the darkness, but it's definitely Akia. I chose the wrong room. Akia, hey, come on, what happened? I hear a noise. I turn back. The direction the sound came from, there's Someone standing by the moonlight window. It seems to be someone wrapped in bandages. Who are you? The man does not answer. A cold chill goes through my spine. I feel death in my nerves. The person is just there, broken. Abnormal eyes that seem out of this world, but there is some intelligence. It seems the bandaged person has both intelligence and madness. My heart beats loudly. It beats quicker. All the while my mind freezes like I was dead. This feeling, I know this feeling of death. I'm sure what's in this room right now is a world of murder I saw in my dreams. I ask you who you are. I hold my knife and stare at the person. The bandaged person appears to be smiling. I feel sad, Shiki. You don't remember the person you killed? He steps towards me. I back holding Akio in one arm. Can't you tell, Shiki? I'm the guy you killed. What are you saying? Listening to his voice gets on my nerves. I hate him. The hatred I was feeling since I entered the mansion is concentrated on him. This hatred is my instinctual drive to remove him, a homicidal impulse. My heart beats. From somewhere inside me, my body screams. It screams that this person must be killed. I see. You're the vampire. Holding Aki with one arm, I hold out my knife with the other. The man laughs as if it was really funny. Don't even try, I'm you. There's no one who can really truly kill himself. What? I'm taking Akia back. She was mine to start with. Another step. The man comes closer. Stop. I won't stop. I came to take everything back from you. Name, position, power, everything was mine. The man opens his arms and talks proudly. What are you saying? You still don't remember? What a guy. We were such good friends 8 years ago. What? 8 years ago? Such good friends. Well, I guess you forgot it. It's that old man. I bet he put a strong spell on you to make you forget. And I bet you yourself wanted to forget about the ugly past, Shiki. He laughs. My vision shakes. 8 years ago, 8 years ago, 8 years ago. That's the time I was sent to the hospital from that accident. That was the last time the 3 of us played together in this mansion. That was the time that child was there and all in blood. But that's all ending now. It was painful for you, right, Shiki? Hold on, I'll save you. The man slowly takes off the bandage around his head. His face, you. Hello, Shiki. It's been a while, Tono Shiki. No, that's not your real name. The face that came out from the bandage, it was not the face of that bloody child, but Tono Shiki. Yes, why did I forget? He was with Akia back then. The child's name was certainly that. It has really been a long time, Nana Yashiki. You finally remember that you are an imposter. The man's Shiki lips turn into a smile, and he laughs deeply. Headache. I have a headache. The lips open, which was sealed shut. Which by whom? I can't look at it. At what? The box of forgotten memories. He commanded me to forget everything. Am I going to get a bad ending because I went to the wrong place? Tono Makihisa-sama. Nana Yashiki was adopted by the person who made him alone. I thought the rooms were in the opposite directions. Like, I thought mine was on... whatever. Probably because it was amusing to him that I had the same name as his son. It's something that happened 10 years ago. I was adopted. I was brought into an unknown mansion. My family were always people I didn't know. My life in the detached building, the boy and the girl I met, the big garden we played around in, a hot summer day, Archie getting attacked by a shadow. I could only think about helping her, but at the moment I used myself as a shield. I was commanded to forget everything by Tona Makihisa, by my own father. He commanded me to live as Tonoshiki and not Nana Yashiki, and... dizziness, sickness, mixed memories run through my head. Thump. I can't control my body. I throw Akio on the ground and embrace my knife as I pant for air. Is it shocking? I bet it is. It should have been a big shock to you to know that you were an imposter since you thought you were Tonoshiki this whole time. Shiki laughs. But that's nothing compared to me. You know, Shiki, I was killed by the person I thought was my best friend and even had the same name Tonoshiki taken away from me. You even took Akia, my Akia. Could you understand how I felt? Killed? You? That's right. I killed you first, but the result was you killed me. Can't you recall yet? 8 years ago on that day, I lost to my blood and killed you. Look at that scar on your chest. I took this arm and pierced right through you. Scar on my chest. That wasn't in an accident. I was told that I got that from an accident. Yes, the old man almost killed me afterwards, though. The tonal blood's family awakened inside me, but I was imprisoned underground and lived in the dark for 8 years. That damned old man. He said he would let me out if I returned to being a human. He thought it would be an inconvenience for Tonoshiki to be gone, so he made you into Tonoshiki. So the adopted kid that was here 10 years ago was me? Do you get it, Shiki? I was killed by you. I'm alive right now, but you're Tonoshiki. I have no place to go back to. My name as Tonoshiki, my position, my dear sister, and even my existence was taken away by you. I, as Tonoshiki, was killed by you, Tonoshiki. A step. You started to walk towards me with glaring eyes. Here, that's the end of the story. Shiki, you should have died 8 years ago. You have had enough, right? Let's go back to the way things were 8 years ago. The way things were. Yes, I returned to being Tonoshiki and you returned to the dead person you were. A big impact. I was blown out to the hallway with one strike from Shiki. My back strikes the wall. I can't breathe. My head. I still can't think straight. I can sense him coming. Shiki jumps out from Akia's room. Damn, I can hear Shiki. His weapon also appears to be a knife, and my knife joins his in a deadly competition. I gasp for air. I'm out of breath. I still feel sick, but I don't have time to think. So, was that the right choice? Should I have waited? Take off my glasses and get ready to kill. Well, first I have to get us away from Arkia's room. Sure. No, don't load. Save here. I should worry about Arkia's safety most of all. It's too dangerous to fight near Arkia. I need to move to somewhere bigger, like the lobby. Still holding my knife, I jump back without looking. Shuki's knife slashes in front of my face. Fortunately, I did not get cut, but he hits my glasses off. You bastard! My heart pounds loudly. Death covers my view. Hatred takes over my mind. I gasp for air. My breathing goes wild. Shuki attacks. In that case, there's nothing to be afraid of now. Not a problem. Fortunately, this is my third time fighting in a life or death situation. By now, I know more than enough about how exactly I should be moving. Sweat drops down to the ground. His knife swings at every part of my body, but I have fortunately not received any fatal wounds. I'm breathing hard because I move my body past its limits. I don't understand. The enemy in front of me breathes out in annoyance. Why can't I kill just an ordinary human being? Why is your killing ability so high, Shuki? There's anger in his eye. He's probably irritated from this unnecessary resistance by something that should be easy to prey. My heavy breathing fills the air. My chest hurts. Even though I have seen his killing it already in my dream, our abilities are naturally different. It's already hard enough to block his attacks, and it's almost impossible to attack his lines. But if I didn't care to avoid mutual death, I could easily kill him. Alright, enough playing around. I tried to finish you off with the same weapon you had, but I should have used something I'm not used to using. The enemy throws away down his knife. Slash. The sharp animal-like claws, nails that shine in the night. So is this after all? It's really dull to use the same thing as 8 years ago. The enemy smiles and frees his stance. Thump. My heart beats. My body knows I won't be able to keep up with him once he gets serious. I probably won't even be able to see him attacking me. The first thing I realize is that my body has a hole in it. Thump. The presence of death increases. The sense of impending death is upon me, but I have no fear. The cracking inside my body grows proportionally with a sense of crisis. Panting, burning pain, just like a bow put to its limits. A homicidal impulse that I cannot control. Most literally, it'll be released in a moment and kill Shiki for sure. So long, Shiki. Akira is mine. This time you go to hell. The enemy's body disappears. The strained bow is released. But before that, someone comes in between me and Shiki. It was Akira with her flowing red hair. Akira stands in front of Shiki as if to protect me. Akira, what are you doing? Akira does not answer. Her back. With Akira's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Move, Akira. I'm your real brother. You don't have to worry about this imposter. Akira does not answer. Her back. With Akira's red hair in front of me, I start to feel excited. Akira, don't make me mad. Am I gonna kill Akira? You're the only important person for me. No, I won't move. Akira shakes her head and clearly rejects Shiki. Akira! Move back. If you say you are going to kill Nissan, I'll kill you first. The role of the head of the Tono family is to eliminate people like you. What are you saying, Akira? You were waiting for me for so long. I was always watching you. I came back because you were waiting for your brother. I killed that old man and became free just for you. But why are you protecting that imposter? Indeed, I was waiting for Nissan, but that is not you. You lost against the Tono blood and became just a killer. You should have died on that day 8 years ago. Akira, you're telling your own brother to die? No, that's not right. I'm your only brother. Listen to me, that guy is just a... Silence. I will not allow any more insults against Nissan. I'm not going to let you kill Nissan again. Akira! Shiki staggers. Stop. He's just an imposter. Don't betray me for such a guy, Akira. Akira doesn't answer. She just confronts Shiki with fierce aggression. Akira, are you going to betray me too, Akira? Shiki takes a step. Shiki looks at me and Akira with bloodshot eyes. This is the last warning. Move, Akira. Can't you follow your brother's orders? I will not move. You are not my Nissan. Ah! Shiki screams as he jumps, not towards Akira, but towards me. But I was expecting that already. I raise my knife and face my enemy, but Shiki's nails are faster. The result will be still be mutual death. If that's the case, I can surely cut his line and slice him into pieces. Shiki's nails never reach. Ah? Shiki's soulless voice gasps. Akira! Shiki's nails slashes across Akira's back. It's not that Shiki's aimed for her, it's just that Akira crashed into me. But I felt nothing. My mind has frozen. Without feeling anything, my homicidal impulse drives me. Akira's body falls to the ground. In that instant, the instant Shiki starts moving, I slash through his lines. No, I got a bad edit because I didn't remember Akira's room. Smell of blood. It angers me that scent is the only thing I can sense. The rest of my senses are paralyzed with exhaustion after all my extreme movements, or maybe I should have attacked first. Right now I feel nothing. There's Akira covered with blood in front of me and Chiki's dead body is there right beside her. I feel nothing and simply stand there. End. Yeah, okay, I got an end. I didn't get an end? What? The light comes on. It hurts my eyes as if it returns me to my senses. I look around. On the first floor in front of me is a path of red blood. Aki's body is not there, nor is Shiki's. What? The knife is still in my hands. I'm sure that was in the dream. That's proof the floor is covered with blood. Aki, you protected me. I remember at the same time I feel sick. I didn't want it to do that. All I wanted was to protect Akia. Why did it turn out this way? Shiki-sama. Someone calls me from behind. I've turned on the emergency power. Aki-sama's wounds are pretty shallow, so please do not worry. Hisu, where were you? I previously stated this. When Nissan and I arrived to help, you and Akira-sama were on the ground. We tried to talk to you several times, but you were in no condition to talk. So I just stood here while Akira was lying injured on the ground. Oh, okay. Shiki-sama needed treatment immediately, so Nissan and I treated Akira-sama and then put the power back on. Should we have waited for your orders? No, you guys did the right thing. I was just standing there, right? Yes. It has been about an hour since we came, but you, have only been standing there. I see. Not doing anything while Aki was on the ground wounded is the worst thing I could have done. Not only did I not protect her, but you could say I was actually hurting her. Hisu, is Aki alright? Yes, it's not that deep of a wound, but since it is a wound that will heal Not a wound that'll heal anytime soon. We have her resting in her room now. Shiki-sama, what happened? When we regained consciousness, all the lights in the mansion were turned off, and I had apparently been unconscious in Nissan's room. It seems Nissan and I were drugged. When we came out to the lobby, you and Akio were there. Nissan said that Kitten Akio-sama is from a big animal, but that is... What? There's something wrong. This doesn't add up. Hisu and Shiki. Shiki was not there? Shiki-sama, you were standing in front of Akio. No, not me, but... I stopped myself. Hisu doesn't know about Shiki. She does. She doesn't know why Akio-sama was hurt, nor does she know I was almost killed. Hisu, there was only me and Akio in the lobby? She nods, that guy. He's still alive. I did cut him from his shoulder along his line, but I didn't kill him. Well, a vampire's harder to kill than humans. Either way, he's alive right now and has run away. No, I don't care about that right now, but Akio. Please wait, Shiki-sama. Are you going to Akio's bedroom? Of course. I have to apologize to Akio and talk to her. Nissan is currently treating her wounds. I do not think Akio-sama would be pleased to see you right now. That might be true, but... Please go back to your room, Shiki-sama. When we finish treating her and Akio asks for you, I will come and get you. With that, Hisu starts to walk up the stairs. She probably went to Akio's bedroom to help Kawaku-san. Being a guy, I can't help them. All I can do for now is wait for Hisu in my room. They're synchronizing. Okay. I go back to my room and try to calm down. I have to calm down and think about many things. About Akio, about myself, about that guy Shiki. Shiki told me I was adopted and was treated as Tono Shiki in his place. I have no intention of denying it, but rather it's very convenient. Why did I recognize this mansion that well? Why my room didn't feel like the room I knew? The fact that I was living with the Arimas and why no one came to see me while I was in the hospital 8 years ago, why I was adopted 10 years ago, and the 2 years until I got to that turned into an accident. Me, Aki, and Shiki were raised as brothers and sisters. Shiki sounded as if he knew I was adopted all along. But what about Akio? You are not my Nissan. Akio said that to Shiki and injured herself while protecting me. Akio might not know that I was adopted. She does. That's why she protected me. You can't do that unless it's your real brother. So Akio must believe I am a true brother. Shiki-san, can I come in? Kawaku-san, is Akio alright now? Yeah, so we were done treating her wounds. She won't be able to, okay. Let's put this over here. Yes, we're done treating her wounds. She won't be able to walk at all for a few weeks, but there's no danger to her life. I see, thank goodness. I let out a sigh of relief. If the wound she received for protecting me was worse, I don't know how I could even talk to Akio again. Shiki-san, Hisu told me you wanted to talk to Akio-sama. I thought I'd prefer not to if Akio is not feeling well, but I would really like to talk to her right now if I could. If that's the case, please go ahead, but please do not have a complicated conversation. Akio-sama is pushing herself and I do not want her to be mentally tired. I know, I just want to see Akio and thank her. Well, alright, that should be fine, then I'll rest for a bit. Can you take care of Akio-sama for a while? Sure. Kawaku-san walked out of the room wobbling. She must be tired from taking care of Akio. Yeah, sure. Alright, I have to go check out Akio. I knock on the door. Akio, it's me. Can I come in? After a moment of silence, yes, please come in, Nissan. I hear her weak whisper. I go into Akio's bedroom, and she was sleeping on the bed until now. She raised herself up slowly. Crap. Seeing her like that makes my mind empty. There's already tension enough coming into Akio's room, and she's acting so weak that I regret it. We just end up staring at each other in silence. All of a sudden, aren't you gonna sit down, Nissan? Oh yeah, I should sit down, huh? I take a seat in a chair. Now I'm the same height as Akio, and my head goes even more blank. You never ask about anything, do you, Nissan? Even though I'm like this, I was ready for anything. Akio says in a soft voice, You're right, there's a lot of things I want to ask about, but I'll ask all that after you get better. Right now I'm here to see how you're doing. I see, but there's something I want to ask you, Nissan. I get mad easy when I don't understand something, so I can't sleep peacefully unless I can hear it from you. Go ahead. You're hurt right now, so I'll answer anything. I'm sorry, I'm hiding a lot of things from you, but I don't want you to hide anything from me. I'm really selfish, aren't I? Don't worry, I like that part of you too. I'll let it go. So, what do you want to ask about Akia? Akia's probably making me match her pace. Surprising even myself, I speak kindly to her. Then I'll ask, Nissan, you used the word vampire. Is that something Seal taught you, or is that something you concluded yourself? I think it's both. I don't know why, but I've been having this dream where I kill people and suck their blood, so I thought I was the killer. However, Seal Senpai proved me wrong. I see. You were in tune with Shiki's mind. That's why you asked me that at school. What, Akia, you can tell that I am in tune with his mind? No, I'm just saying the possibility existed. Nissan, you might not remember, but that Shiki is your... Yeah, you want to say he's our brother, right? I forgot about it until just now, but I remember faintly, whenever we played in the garden, you always followed us. Us meaning that there was more than one of me, right? Yes, when I recall my childhood, there is that contradiction. I didn't recognize it, probably because the old man hypnotized me. Akira does not say anything. It really seems like she doesn't know I'm adopted. In that case, I do not want to say it right now and mentally attack her. If I lie to her right now, I should. Nissan, you were almost killed by Shiki 8 years ago. Shiki did not have that much Otona blood in him, but he was suddenly awakened. The blood of the Otona family is a blood from ancient times, and it makes you give priority to your instincts rather than your reason. Shiki had that blood through him and attacked you as you happened to be there. I heard that from Shiki, that this scar on my chest is not from an accident but from Shiki. Everyone in the Tono family has different abilities. There's some people who can eat other people like Shiki, and there's also people whose abnormalities is only in their brain like father. Shiki attacked you and took away your blood and life. Shiki was punished by father, but he survived by taking your life. I don't get it. What do you mean by him taking away my life? I should say your soul in this case. I don't know how it works since I'm not Shiki, but Shiki lived by a feeling of your life. I think that you and Shiki are like different people running off one heart. That's why you tune into each other easily. If that's the reasoning, I think you can tune into me too, but I think it's because you two are really good friends. Stop it. With that guy that hurt you, d don't make me friends with him. Aki looks at me with a painful expression. Her thin body, her white skin, her flowing black hair tinged slightly with red and looking very weak. Oh yeah, Aki, what happened to your hair? It was red then and now it's back to black. What's going on? I told you, this is due to the tonal blood. My body does not change like Shiki, but when my blood gets excited, my hair turns back into its original color. Now that I am calm, it's back to being black. That's good. I think you look better with black hair. I think it'll be bad if your hair stayed red. I don't want her to be strained with something like the tonal blood. Yes, I also dislike the color red. I know it's just the color of my hair, but it means my body state has changed and I do not want to be like Shiki. Akia falls back in bed. Akia! I support her body. She's shaking. Her breathing is difficult, as if her heart was gone. She clenches her teeth in pain. She sweats as if trying to expel the pain from her body. Akia, what's wrong? Do your wounds hurt? Nissan. Akia grips the bed sheets. Hold on. I'll get Kawaku. No. No one can help me anyways. Akia grabs onto my shoulder, still breathing hard. Her slender fingers. Her soft hand grips my hand strongly. Alright, I'll stay right here, Akia. I can't hear her. Her voice is too choppy. Akia rages around on the bed, and I realize her hair is red again. Akia, your hair! It's alright, this won't last long. Akia is in serious pain. Time passes by and all I can do is hold her hands. After an indeterminable amount of time, it finally ends. I'm sure it was only a few minutes, but it felt like a few hours. She breathes normally now. Her hair is still red, but it looks fainter than before. I'm sorry I made you watch such unpleasant things. Akia sits up. I can easily tell she's pushing herself. You don't have to sit up. It still hurts, right? Don't try to push yourself. No, I'm alright. My back has nothing to do with this. This spasm is like an everyday thing. Her back has nothing to do with this? What do you mean, everyday thing? This is normal for you? She doesn't answer. That meant yes. I can't believe it. She suffers through this kind of pain all the time? Why? That's not right. That's not normal. Aki still doesn't answer. She just nods silently. Like you said, I'm not normal. The spasm is not like your anima. This is a pain all the people with the toenail blood go through. When you cannot stand this pain, you become like Shiki. What? I told you, people with the toenail lines are abnormal. The toenail blood in me is strong. As I grew up, it became a worse and worse each day. Now it's getting to the point where I can't help it, and I'm like this every night. Akio just talks without holding any grudge against her blood. I wonder if I can, like, kill your blood. Is that gonna be the ending? I understood what Akio was saying, but at the same time I don't want to accept it. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Jeez, Nissan, you really are stupid. Akio laughs. She smiles, looking a bit troubled. My body uses more heat than the average person. So, I cannot get enough energy using normal methods and I end up having to get heat directly from someone. Hmm. Um, l like you said, I act like a vampire, trying to contain myself. But the more I rely on it, the more abnormal I am. I'm acting more like a Tono. Without realizing it, I have no way to control myself. Akia, do you understand? I have to take away heat from someone else to stay alive. Hmm. I am an, incomplete creature. That's Tona Akia for you, Nissan. I cannot say anything. But still, I managed to find something to say. To not say anything right now is to only hurt Akia even more. That's why you were sucking Kawaku's blood. You knew, Nissan. Did I get blood from Kawaku-san? Yeah, sorry for not telling you. Akia blushes and looks down. That's the last resort. It doesn't have to be blood I take in. It can be body heat, it can be a mental image. Anything, with the heat gives me power. Yeah, because she's there synchronizers. Blood just happens to be the most effective method. So you're different from Shiki, you're not a real vampire like him. You're a fake vampire. Yes, I'm not like Shiki, as I can't make people like me. I can only take away from other people. Aki looks away from me. But that's good for me, because it's just a matter of the difference in the kind of food you take in. Have you ever relieved? You kept on telling me you're abnormal, but you're normal. Unlike Shiki, you're a normal human being. Spasm you had, it won't happen if you get some blood, right? Then, it is true that it would not care if I take in some blood, but I can't stand getting blood just because I want to. If I get used to that, I will be just like Shiki. No matter how painful it is just a physical pain, I can stand it. The tone of blood awakens more at night, but it dies down in the morning. So this is normal for me. You don't have to look at me that way. You're stupid. If you were in that much pain, I'll be glad to give you as much blood as you want. I'm being honest. If I knew Aki was in this much pain every night, I would, have given her blood every time. No, I do not want to drink anyone's blood. I really do not want to drink Kawaku's blood either. Why? If your spasms go away, then it should be fine. That is true, but... Akio grows quiet and continued with an embarrassed tone. I do not want to be called a vampire by you. Why? I don't know. I want to stay as a human being just like you. Do you not like vampires? Ah, I really hate how stupid I am. I never thought about how Akio felt. About how ominous she feels about the tonal blood. About how much she thinks about me. Is there anything I can do for you, Akia? Let's see, please go rest in your room. You must be tired too, idiot. That's all I can say in response. Don't worry, just lay down. I'll stay here until you go to sleep. Alright. If you say so, I will, Nissan. She says this as she lies back down. After time passes by quietly, she falls into a gentle slumber. Akia's face looks very peaceful, as Stan continued to watch her. Kawaku-san? Shiki-san, are you awake? I can hear Kawaku-san's voice. I look at the clock to find out it's 3 o'clock already. Oh, okay. I'm awake. Are you here to look after Akiya, Kawaku-san? Yes, I wanted to take her temperature. Cool. Hope she doesn't die, actually. I'm sorry, Shiki-san, but... Oh, sorry. I'll be leaving right away. I get up from the chair. As I leave the room, I look at Akiya one more time. Thank you, and sorry, Akiya. I'll whisper this softly as I leave her room. I let Kawaku-san take care of Akiya, and I walk down the hallway. Things should be fine for now, but I still feel uncomfortable. I don't care that Shiki is still alive. There's only one thing that worries me. I was washing Akiya's face while she was sleeping, but her hair did not, turn back to its original black no matter how long I waited. Huh. Telescope. Day 11. Having Kawaku-san take care of Akiya, I come down to the first floor. I can't treat Akiya's wounds, so I want to help her in some other way. If I search the old man's room, I might be able to find something to help her. He was the head of the Tono family after all. He should have a record or some way to fight against the Tono blood. Get the synchronizers. Damn, I guess I can't find it that easily. I sit down and take a breath. The old man's library is really big and it takes lots of time to look into each book. Besides, most of them are just educational reports and it looks like information on the Tono family isn't here. The only thing I found was a journal-like book that belongs to the old man. I see. This looks like a record of the time after I was taken into the Arima household. I flipped through the pages, and then I see Aki's name and I turn back. Let's see, report on Aki's spasm. What is this? I start to read it carefully. The old man looked at it this way. Aki became one of strong Tono blood right after I left. To live, Aki needs more heat than a normal person. If we say that the heat Aki needs is 10, food only gives her 6 or 7, and the extra heat she needs is the reason for her body's extra burden. The problem is why she needs that much heat to stay alive in the first place. It looks like it took the old man some time to figure it out. After a few years worth of page, the answer is finally written down. Half of her life? I don't think I get what that means. It says that out of all the energy she has, she is using only half of it. Is the other half keeping me alive? To rephrase it so it's easier to grasp, it's like she's moving around normally using only half of her body, but of course it's impossible to do that. That's why Aki's body consumes heat from some other sources to try to make up for that, but no human can do that. It's superhuman power. The more she needs heat from her surroundings, the more the Tono blood awakens as it grows less and less human. What's written after that looks like Aki's growth graph. I read on, but find the information becoming less and less useful to me. I throw the diary onto the table. Damn, even if you know the reason, it's no help if you don't write down the way to fix it, stupid old man. Or was it even impossible for even the old man to find a way to help her? But only half of her energy. I wonder what she's doing with the other half. It seems simple. If Aki can use all her energy for herself, then she won't have to take in heat from someone else. I don't think there's anything else for me to find here. Well, I'm being drained constantly, so I'm guessing she's trying to keep me alive. So if you get rid of, what's-his-face, maybe that will put less of a burden on her. I should go outside and let myself unwind. I'm worried about Akiya. When I look up, I realized that I'm at this detached building. I didn't feel like going back to my room, so I naturally came here instead of the mansion. I go in. I sit down on the tamati and stare at the ceiling. I let out a deep sigh. I feel relaxed in here. That was my room when I was a kid. This was the room Akiya came to when I was sick. I start to remember, little by little, when I was adopted 10 years ago, when I lived in this room and the days I spent with Akiya and Shiki. He was saying a Nanaya, written as 7 nights in Japanese. I guess it's my real name, my real last name, but it doesn't really matter now. A kid named Nanaya was eliminated 8 years ago. His last name, his real name, even his memories. I can't even remember my parents' faces. I don't want to remember those things anyway. I see, this knife is not the old man's, but really my. I take the knife out of my pocket. Nanaya is written on the handle. In that regard, this was really my true father's. Tono Makikisa had some a human emotion after all. He should have eliminated everything that would lead me to Nana Yashiki, but he still left me this knife. And then something drips onto my hand. What? I feel my cheeks. Why? I'm not happy or sad, but that's weird. Why am I crying? There's no reason to, but I cannot stop crying. Am I getting a flashback to before I was Nanaya? I wonder how long it's been. Now it should have gone by, but it must be almost sunrise. It's Sunday today, huh? Well, even if it was a weekday, I should have skipped school and stayed with Akia. Because it's Sunday, it's more convenient. Kawaku-san said she should stay in bed. How depressing. I don't know how many weeks it will take for Akia to heal. What can I do until she gets better? I don't really have to think about it. I must find and kill him once and for all. He's not human anymore. No, even if he is, even if people tell me I'm a murderer, I can't let Shiki stay alive. Someone comes into the building. Could it be Kwaku-san? I hear a small, light footsteps getting closer until finally the sliding door opens. I can't believe it. It's Akia. Akia, are you alright? Yes, my wounds have healed now. Healed? No way. That wound wasn't anything that would heal in a night. Besides, Kwaku-san said it would take weeks to heal. To heal that fast is not human. Ah, then I finally realized it. No, I wish I didn't. That Akia's hair is still red. It's really exactly what you think, Nissan. My wound is healed and a wound which wouldn't heal this quickly for a normal person. Akia's hair is red in this morning sunlight, but I have no interest in that. Akia, what are you saying? If your wound's healed, that should be enough. I hate the tone of blood, but if it helps out like this, then it's a good thing. You don't have to force yourself. I didn't come here to be a bother to you. I came to tell you a few things while I'm still sane. What? She said while she's still sane. Listen to me, Nissan. I've been lying to you for a long time now. There's no way for me to make up for that, but I have to at least tell you the truth. I cannot disappear like this. Akia's eyes shine as if she's about to cry. If she looks at me like that, there's no way I could stop her. Alright, I'll listen. But Akia, I'll stay as Tonoshiki no matter what you tell me. Maybe you don't have to tell me all that. All the same, do you still want to tell me about it? Nissan, you know? Shiki likes to talk a lot. And he told me most of it while you were unconscious. But if you want to tell me about it, I'll listen. If you tell me yourself, I think it would help me understand. Aki looks aghast for a moment, and then she bites her lip and looks at me. Nissan, you were adopted 10 years ago from the Nanaya family. I don't know why father adopted you, but he introduced you to us as our new family member. Akia squints as if pained and continues. I've heard that the Nanaya family was the total opposite of our kind. There are those like Tono family with mixed blood, and then there are those who oppose them. Nissan, you wouldn't like it if there were lions and tigers in your school, right? We humans tend to eliminate people who are different from us, or anyone who is superior to us. It's pretty easy to understand why if you think about it. It's not that they eliminate the different people, but because they hate them. Instead, it's because if these different people were in our society, it would endanger the lives of normal people. So there will always be those who eliminate the non-humans. The Nanaya family was especially among those who stood against the non-humans. They don't use magic, but instead relied purely on their own abilities. The Tono family became special by introducing inhuman blood into their bloodline. The Nanaya family became special through willpower and determination. Tono and Nanaya were enemies, but we were still actually close in a way, just by our nature. So, if you happen to have any special powers, it's not from the blood of Tono, but from Nanaya. It's written in your blood to kill anything that is inhuman. Nissan, there was that time when you ran away from me, remember? I realized it then, the Nanaya blood in you is still working and it reacted to me. She's talking about that night. She's right. I did feel a homicidal impulse when I saw Akia's red hair. I thought I was a killer for that reason, but that means... Yes, you only feel that way towards abnormal people like Misha and Shiki, but that's why you were like death to us. Even though the people of Nanaya have stopped their work, I think you were still a threat just to have their blood around. Why? Suddenly my heart is beating very loud. I have a very bad feeling about this. I cannot let Akia go on. No, it's more like that I don't want to hear it from her. It's alright, you don't have to go on. It's already over, so there's no point. I already know. You killed my parents. Well, not you, what's his face did. It has nothing to do with me or you. But Nissan, I don't care about the none of your family. I don't know them. If you're the head of the Toner family, you should only worry about the Toner family. Akia bows her head and gives a reluctant nod. Then, let's talk about us. Nissan and I and Shiki, we were raised as true siblings. You and Shiki, got along so well. I was kinda jealous of you guys. But everything went wrong when that happened to Shiki. 8 years ago, Shiki's Toner blood awakened, but he killed me. Yes, but your life was saved. Things didn't end that easily though. We took care of Shiki, but we couldn't kill the eldest sibling of the Toner family. We're a pretty powerful society, so so socially, so we couldn't just tell everyone that our eldest son, the only successor, died. So father came up with it. Let Nissan be Toner Shiki, and let Toner Shiki be the adopted son who died in an accident. Akia speaks those words as if hoping they will damn Toner Makihisa. So that's it. Shiki and I reversed roles. The one that was killed lived on, and the one who did the killing died. That's the relationship between Shiki and I. I'm sorry. Nissan, the boy named Shiki, no longer exists. He died 8 years ago. It wasn't just the end of his life, but the end of his existence. His name, past, household, even his memories. There's nothing left anywhere. 8 years ago, when you took the place of Toner Shiki, father got rid of everything. That's why you were taken to the Arimas. To the outside world, Toner's eldest son had to be alive. But since there was no Toner blood in you, you couldn't be the successor. Father explained that your body was weakened by the accident, so he sent you to the Arimas. I didn't agree. I even held a grudge against father for letting you go for a stupid reason like that. I guess it's because I told him that I wanted you back so many times, but father finally came and told me that you were adopted. And he, told me never to let anyone come close to our house. To never let you. Father didn't take into account what kind of cruel things he was doing to you, and he lied to me shamelessly until the day he died. Akia's story ends there. It might be because she hid those facts from me for so long, but Akia's story sounded more like a confession. That's the whole story. So now you know. You know you're not really my brother. You're not part of this rotten family. About to cry, Akia's voice sounds like she's about to cry. I'm sorry, Akia. I wasn't your real brother, but I still acted like it, and I caused trouble for you. What, Nissan? But I'm already part of this family. I might not be your brother, but can I still stay here? I don't want to leave you ever again. Akia puts her hands over her mouth and bites back whatever words were about to come out. Akia sadly shakes her head. I see, you're right. It was wrong for me to ask that. I'd been a terrible brother anyway. No, that's not true. I can't believe it. Akia's crying. Nissan, you're my only Nissan. I've watched you since I was just a little girl. It's nice for you to say that, but that's because you didn't know. You didn't know that wasn't your brother. I knew it from the beginning. I knew that you were adopted, that you weren't really my brother. I knew all that, but I didn't care. From the time you first called my name. Still crying, Akia falls against me. Akia, I put my hand on her slender shoulders. Is that her heartbeat echoing in my ears, not or mine? She's so close. Akia's body is so close to me that I could put my arms around her if I wanted to. You knew? Since she was a child. All this time she knew that I wasn't her real brother. Why didn't you tell me, Akia? I'm not your brother after all. A small silence. Akia looks up. Because I wanted to be with you. If I didn't tell you, if we stayed brother and sister, we could stay together. Since I'm not human, since I'm too different from you, we can't stay together. Akia clenches her eyes shut and hits me in the chest. But if we were brother and sister, I thought we could still be together. No matter how much you hated me, no matter how much you ignored me, it would be okay if we just stayed together. Smack. Sound of her hitting my chest again. Isn't it weird? I was born into such a powerful family, but I wasn't allowed to ask for anything. Since I'm different, since I'm not like everyone else, I was to be trapped inside this mansion and live without anyone knowing anyone from outside. That's what I was ready for, but she destroyed it all. As if trying to drive out everything she kept inside all those years, Arkia hits my chest again and again. If Nissan didn't show up, I could have lived like that my whole life. But I became weak and I became a liar. I lied to you and I lied to myself. I thought if I kept on lying about us being real brother and sister, then I wouldn't want anything else. Hearing this stabs my heart with pain. Such a small lie, but to protect that little lie, Arkia had fought against so much, till finally it had become too much, leaving her crying like she is now. Arkia, you were my only Nissan for all this time. I could never accept anyone else as my Nissan, let alone love anyone else. I can't do anything about this feeling. Smack. Arkia hits my chest once more and goes quiet. A long silence. Sorry, murmurs Arkia, momentarily breaking the silence. My heart stutters at that single word. Arkia was alone with her pain all this time. She was in pain because she knew everything. That I was adopted, that I was raised as Tonoshiki, everything. And now, once again, that young, black-haired girl who was always crying and apologizing to me when I was a kid. Can I think of it? Arkia was always apologizing to me. A small, nearly, infinitesimal happiness from Arkia. Yes, she still made up an elaborate story to protect it. That story was the barrier pushing her back, but it was also her one source of happiness. Arkia. No, I'm sorry. I've been selfish, but this is the last time, so you don't have to worry. Arkia pushes away from me. She's not crying anymore. The normal Arkia is here now. What do you mean this is the last Arkia? Look, Nissan, my hair won't turn back anymore. Arkia looks at me not sad, but rather letting me take in the truth of the statement. Her hair remains that dull, bloody color, so the tone of blood is in control of her, just like it was with Chiki. That's just for now, right? Because you're still Arkia, so it's not a problem. No, I know my body. I know I can't go back. So this is the end of my line. Nissan, you shouldn't be close to a monster like me. You should escape this place and live on as a Nanaya Shiki. Arkia bows her head and steps back. I don't know anything about this Nanaya Shiki. I have no attachment to that name now. No, even if I did, such a thing would be unimportant compared to Arkia. You idiot. I grab Arkia's arms. In Nissan, Arkia pushes back, always acting so strong but always slowly. She caught me. When I think of it, she caught me a long time ago. Listen, Arkia, I don't care about what anyone says. I'm your brother. No matter what happens, it doesn't matter if you were not related by blood. I'm your brother. Thank you, Nissan, but even if I wasn't, I would stay beside you. Even if you're not my sister, you're still important to me. I won't let anyone hurt you. I pull her into my arms. I love you as my sister. I hold her tightly. But I love you as a woman even more. Okay. Is a thing gonna happen? Isn't that isn't enough to stay with you? Her breath catches in her throat. Everything stops. I can hear her heartbeat. Our bodies warm up all the way to our fingertips, and then, as if there's never a doubt, we kiss. Oh, okay. Her hair's like brown again. It's not getting red. Oh. She refuses a bit at first, but soon I feel her weight pressing against me. It's just no kiss, but from what anyone would call passion. And yet it still blows my mind. Arkia's lips are cool and soft. It feels like we might melt into each other. My mind stops working as if I feel her warm breath against my lips. I come up with many reasons why I shouldn't, but I want Arkia right now. I want to okay. Is it gonna end here, or? After a long time, our lips part. Arkia still rests her body against mine. I'm so happy. Her voice is so soft I almost miss it. It was just a kiss, but she really does look happy. Arkia, I put my hand on her shoulder. It's not that I came up with anything. As if it's the most natural thing in the world, I gently kissed Arkia's neck. Her body shakes, but not with a disgust or rejection. Does Arkia feel the same way as I do? Maybe if I'm thinking it's natural to want to touch Arkia, she might be thinking the same about me. Arkia, do you want to do it? I ask. I know I could have said it better, but I can't think of anything fancy right now. Okay, so yeah. Alright. Favor? I just thought this might be... She looks at the Tamati, I see. It would probably be hurt on the... Okay. I don't think I could hold back if she... Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright. Completely spurt type practically on top of her. Cool. Do 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 do. Was only that time really drained. Okay. Huh, okay. It might be because I was moving non-stop since yesterday. I'm really feeling sleepy. Nissan? Hey, Akia's voice, but I don't have the energy to reply. Are you going to sleep? Hey, Nissan? I told her I don't have the energy to reply. Can't you just let me sleep, Akia? Well, yeah, but I can I sleep with you? I don't mind, but, don't you want to wash up? Uh, hmm. Did the day change? Nissan, please don't forget about our promise. I can hear her voice. There are worse things than death, so please keep our promise. I can hear her voice even though I'm asleep. I'm sorry I have to say this, but sometimes death is the only salvation. This must be a dream. I do not want to trust anyone else, so please don't forget, no matter what happens. What a bad dream. I'll never be able to forget it. If I could, I wish I could forget it. Uh, Nissan, wake up! I hear Aki's voice. Nissan, you have to wake up. You can't go be sleeping when the sun's about to set. Is this a promise? Weird. I can hear Aki's voice. Oh, that's enough. How can you sleep so like that when I want you to wake up? Someone squeezes me. Instantly, I'm awake. Oh, ouch. I wake with a sharp pain in my arms, and then... Good morning, Akia. Akia looks mad, and I can tell she has something to say. What time is it? The days don't change. From the shape of the red marks on my arm, the pain I felt was her pinching me. Akia, that really hurt. What did you do? Nothing. You wouldn't wake up, so I gave you a little pinch. You don't have to do that. I would have woken up if you just said to. Akia was staring at me in disbelief. Really, Hisu was right. You don't remember anything when someone tells you to tries to wake you up. What? Did you try to wake me up just now, Akia? Yes, I called your name a bunch of times and you didn't remember that, do you? I don't, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't remember. I understand. Next time I'll, get right to hitting you. If you don't want that to happen, try to wake up on time. I guess I left her too long while I was sleeping. Seeing how mad she is, I guess she's been up for more than an hour. What time is it? Jeez, I can't help it. I was tired from everything that happened yesterday. I was attacked by you at school, and when I came home I had to fight Shiki, and then I had to look after you, and then you know that. I should be sleeping all day after that, all that. That? Nissan? Seeming to recall what we did, Akia blushes. She's so cute. Seeing that blush makes me want to tease her even more. Okay, I guess. What? You were holding on to me so tight? Don't tell me you didn't like it. I'm so bad at reading. Well. She mumbles while looking down at the ground. It's alright. If you don't like it, I won't force you to do it. I guess we can just have a pure relationship from now on. Nissan, well, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Crap. I can't hold a straight face. Just looking at her makes me want to burst out laughing. But it's not like I dislike it, but... Oh, I see. So you don't really like it then. Okay, I'll restrain myself from now on. Oh, but I guess I do like it, but... Akia looks away as she answers. I see, but you keep saying but. I can't help it. I couldn't think back then. I couldn't really tell if it was good or bad. Alright then, let's do it again to find out for sure. I want to take off your clothes myself this time. Oh. Akia stares at me with cheeks blazing. After she stares at me for a second, she purses her lips and shakes her head. Nissan, please put your clothes on. It's almost sunset and we have to get back to the mansion. Yes, I thought you were just joking anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is part of the mansion. I want to stay here with you all day. Or don't you like that idea? No, I feel the same way, but I was thinking that it hurts you and I want to do it in a real bed. Even though her voice is a bit angry, what she's saying is so cute. It makes me want to even more. Alright, fine. To be honest, I was thinking when I was watching you recover, I wanted to sleep in that bed with you. Akia nods. Alright, let's hurry up. Let me get my clothes on and we'll go back to the mansion. Alright, I guess. We leave the detached building and make our way into the garden. Like Akio said, the sun is setting and the garden is filled with air, with red. Hey Akio, what do you think Kuroki-san is doing? Well, Kuroki might have figured it out. She's usually a little oblivious, but sometimes she's really cunning. It doesn't feel like I did anything wrong, but still, talking about this feels a bit awkward. Knowing Kuroki-san, she might actually be happy and congratulate us, but I have no idea how Hisu will react. She's dying inside, huh? Just slightly, I feel a headache. I stop. Akio keeps walking. Akio, hold on a second. I call out to her. She turns around. That face. Before I can stop myself, I fall to the ground. Nissan. Akio runs towards me, but she never makes it, because she is stopped by him. Shiki, you... How dare you do that to Nissan? Akio slashes out, but she can't break his hold. That guy Shiki. She grabs Akio's neck and starts to squeeze. After several frantic seconds, Akio's head nods forward. Shiki holds her unconscious body and looks down at me, contemplatively. You did it. You really took everything from me. If curses were real, they would probably sound just like that. Shiki looks down at me, his, teeth gritting. I can't move. My energy seems to be escaping through my back. There's only a little pain, and certainly that I might die. I can feel my shirt slowly being soaked with my own blood. In my back, a knife is placed like some kind of alien wing. Shiki. Don't mistake, Shiki. Aki doesn't really love you. She loves her brother. Yeah, for that, I have to thank you. Isn't that right, Akia? Please forgive me for being such a weakling. I never realized how much you loved me. If I was smarter, you wouldn't have had your purity taken away by such a pathetic loser. Shiki puts his face near Akia. I think she already got that, but okay. Since she's unconscious, she can't resist. Yes, it doesn't matter if we're brother and sister. I love you more than anything. Shiki walks towards me, still holding on to Akia. This time I'll make sure to kill you so you won't come back, Shiki. Akia has this strain on her body because she's keeping you alive. Strain on her body? Oh, you didn't know. Akia kept you alive back then by giving you half of her life force. Haven't you wondered about it? No human can survive with a hole that big in their chest. 8 years ago, that day, Akia regenerated you by giving half of her life. She's supplementing the life I took away from you with part of her own. Hmm. So if you do die, does everything, do I get my life back or does it just disappear? There's no way you could have survived if it wasn't for that. Sharing her life. That's why Akia can't manage her own body. She suffered all this time for you. As long as you live, she'll keep on suffering. I will, alleviate that suffering now. She walks towards me. Hishiki walks towards me. My body will not move. I can feel myself starting to black out. Half of her life. I hear the sound of a sword sticking to the ground. Shiki screams. The reason for Aki's spasm in the old man's diary. Tonoken, I'll treat you right. Away, hold on. This body that should have died. Someone lifts me up and takes me somewhere. What, is it Seal? But I don't care about what's happening right now. What an ugly truth to have to face. It turns out that I was the reason Aki was suffering all this time. A final. Okay. Well, no. I didn't have a dream. I'll end it this time, and it'll probably be like the end of Aki the next time. Yeah. Okay. That should be it, so, bye-bye. Bye.